Hi, welcome, bienvenidos. It's your girl Yesi, and I'm back with another video. For today's video, I basically did a shop my stash and picked out some products that I haven't used in a while, and I figured why not, throw them in a video and create something with them. So that's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. Hola amigas, besties. So like I mentioned in the introduction, I'm going to be playing with some products that I haven't used in a while. And before we jump in, I want to let you know that I already did my eyebrows. My eyebrows to begin with are not the best or the greatest, and so I just use what works. So I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz to outline my eyebrows, and then I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Duo Powder to fill them in. It just works. So I don't really switch up my eyebrow products. And then to carve the bottom of my eyebrow and to prime the lids, I use MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. And yeah, that is all I have going on so far. Now, why don't we just jump in right with the Shop My Stash products that I chose. So for the palette of my choice, I picked out the Pat McGrath Labs times Bridgerton eyeshadow palette. I think this is the Diamond of the First Water. So this came out in December of 21, I believe. But I didn't get it delivered to me until January, because we all know Pat's delivery services, they take a while. And so yeah, I got it in January. I really haven't touched it since then, and so I figured why not play with it today. So if you don't remember what the eyeshadow looks like, it looks something like this. So really nice, pretty colors. So I think what I'm going to do is, it's going to be very, very simple. So I'm going to grab a blending brush. Okay, so I'm going to use this Morphe times Ariel. This is the 820. It's like a fluffy tapered brush. That's the best way I can describe it. But this is what it looks like. And I'm going to use this to pick up the shade Plum Regalia, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to apply that to my crease. And I'm also going to apply it to the lid as well. It's going to be like a two shadow eye look. So I'm just placing messily that shade everywhere. Now I'm going to grab a blending brush. Okay, I'm going to use this Morphe times Lucky Charms LC3 blending brush, and I'm just going to go around to blend it out. Maybe pick up a little bit more of that shade and just blend out the edges. Really not doing much, honestly. So that's what that shadow looks like. I apologize if I'm looking this way. My mirror is here. Alrighty, so now with the same brush, actually no, I'm gonna switch it. Actually, before I go in with I'm gonna go in with this blue shade here called Regency Blue, and I'm gonna apply that all over the lid. But before we do that, I'm gonna use Pat McGrath Labs Intensify Artistry wand, and I'm just gonna apply it all over the lid because that shade Regency Blue is gonna go all over the lid. Now with a Morphe times Jaclyn Hill JH61. I'm going to grab that shade, Regency Blue, and I'm going to apply it to all over the lid. And I don't even know why I use a brush, because I typically use my finger. Your finger is your best tool sometimes with these shimmers. Okay, now I'm just going to grab the fluffy tapered brush, and I'm just going to go around it to blend out. So now I'm grabbing the tapered blending brush, and I'm just going around the edges to make sure it blends seamlessly into that blue. So like so. Alrighty, so this is what the eyes look like. Now I'm going to use my Essence Super Precise eyeliner in black, and I'm just gonna quickly do like a liner on the upper lash line, because I'm gonna use some lashes, and you know, so it helps the band of the lashes blend in a little better. Alrighty, a quick little line. Alrighty, so now I am going to prime the face. For primer, I am going to use the Touch and Soul No Poreblem primer. I'm going to take a pump of this and just apply it mainly to this part right here, because this is where I have my largest pore. And then whatever I have left, I'm just going to drag it over my face like so. Alright, I'm going to give it a quick second to set. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Vanish foundation. This is in the shade Sand. And I'm just going to draw some lines across my face. Ooh, it's still as creamy as I can remember. Wow. Okay. I should really pull this out. I remember using it all the time. But anyways, I'm gonna go in with the sponge. Oh my god, this sponge is so soft. Super soft. Wow, it looks as flawless as I remember. Wow. Alrighty, so this foundation looks flawless, and sorry about my lips, let me clean them. So that's what that looks like. Now I'm going to go in with a concealer. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Magic Touch Concealer. This is in the shade 10. Blend it out with my beauty blender. Alrighty. And now to set everything, I'm going to use the Sephora translucent setting powder. And I'm going to use my powder puff. And I'm just going to tap it. Alrighty. Now, usually I would use my translucent powder to set my entire face, but for today I'm going to switch it up, and I'm going to be using my Sephora Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Powder. This is in the shade 30 Sand. Alrighty, so I'm going to be using this big fluffy brush from Juvia's Place, the I Live, I Love collection. And I'm going to set my entire face with this powder. So I need to get some use out of this powder. I feel like I haven't touched ever since I bought it. And I don't know why, because this powder is so beautiful. I feel like it sets to your face beautifully. So that's that. OMG, and I wanted to use my cream bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury, but now I can't because powdered my face. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go in with bronzer. For bronzer, I'm gonna be using this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit in Universe Unlocked. Yeah, there was a period of time where I used this a lot. As you can see, I am almost at the bottom of the bronzer, so that's the shade I'm going to be using in today's video. That's going to be my choice of bronzer. It's a very, very natural bronzer. I'm going to have to go in with something else. And I have to be very careful not to pick up the blush shade or the highlighter. Okay, so this is almost impossible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Sunstalker in Island Things. Love this. And this is almost at the bottom as well. I can already see the rim of the pan. So I'm going to use this. 2 browns. Get down the sides of my nose. Okay, that's what that shade looks like. I'm just gonna go over with that powder we used to set the face, to blend out any harsh lines from the bronzer. Alrighty. Now for blush and highlighter, I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Labs times Bridgerton blush and glow trio. This is Love at First Blush. So I haven't used this in a while, so why not, right? So I'm going to use the shade in the middle, which is called Nymphette. So I'm going to use this shade right here and apply it to the cheeks. I like to smile and apply right to the apples. Look how pretty that is. And it has like a nice gold reflex, and it's definitely not matte. It definitely has a sheen to it, which I like to stray away because I feel like it accentuates texture, but with Pat McGrath it looks nice. So for the highlighter, I'm going to be using this one right here called Venus Nectar, and I'm going to be using my Morphe M501 brush, and a little goes a long way. Intense. Alrighty, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my entire face. I'm going to be using the Milani Make It Last setting spray. Let that sit for a little bit. Then I'm going to go back in with my sponge, and I'm just going to pat everything in. Alrighty, we are almost done. I have what else? Oh, lips. For lips, let's see, what do I want to do? Okay, so I'm going to use this Motives lip liner in neutral. Kind of did my entire lip with it. All right, now I think I'm gonna go into the shade. I'm gonna go with Milani matte lipstick in Tease. Alrighty, so I applied my lashes, and yeah, this is the final look. What do you guys think? I really enjoyed playing with all the products that I haven't used in a while, and I'm glad I did, because I'm gonna pull them out and maybe get a little bit more uses out of them. So yeah, that is all for me today. I really hope you enjoyed today's look. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.